Welcome to Patriot Power Products Trusted Reviews, where everyone's favorite hosts, Jim and Ann, talk about the best products with the best discounts available online and elsewhere for patriots following the American way.
You ever get that, uneasy feeling when you see the news, all those crazy weather events?
Yeah.
Makes you wonder, what if the power goes out? For good.
Right. Like, how do we even keep warm, keep the family safe if everything just stops working?
This deep dive, it's all about that. Energy independence.
Yeah.
Especially when things get rough, We've got research notes, forum discussions, even some articles.
People are really thinking about this, huh? It makes sense, though. When the world feels chaotic, you want to grab onto something you can control.
Absolutely. And that brings us to this guy, Ryan Taylor.
Okay.
He's a geography teacher, totally ordinary, from Memphis. But his story, man, it's wild.
What happened?
So he got obsessed with this whole DIY energy thing after this, really scary experience during a winter storm back in 2015.
Oh, wow. Like a prepper origin story?
Exactly. It's like textbook prepper. December, the Mississippi River floods. Bam! No power for the whole neighborhood.
Oh, man, that's rough.
And he's got a wife, 2 little girls. They're freezing.
Ugh, I can't even imagine. Makes you realize we're all just one storm away from that.
And that's what got to Ryan. He was terrified, helpless. His little girl, she was 5, shivering in the dark, asking for soup.
Oh, heartbreaking.
He swore right then and there, never again. He had to find a way to protect them, no matter what.
That fierce provider instinct. I get it. A lot of preppers, they're driven by that. Protect the family from the unknown.
So he starts digging, looking for anything, any energy solution that doesn't depend on the grid. Generators, too pricey. And fuel. Good luck finding that in a real emergency.
Right, classic prepper problem. Those solutions, they have their own weaknesses. What happens when the gas runs out or the sun goes down?
And solar, forget it. Way too expensive. And in Memphis, those cloudy winters.
Yeah, I'm not going to cut.
He felt trapped. Like those big energy companies, they had him.
Yeah, that feeling, being powerless at the mercy of the system. It's a big motivator for a lot of folks. They want out.
But then Ryan remembers his uncle, Uncle Jack. Bit of an oddball tinkerer, obsessed with electric cars.
Okay.
Uncle Jack, he always said there were better ways to make energy, cleaner ways. He even talked about harnessing power from, get this, electric eels.
Electric eels!
Yeah.
That's dot creative.
I know, right? Sounds crazy. But there's a principle there, and this is where it gets cool. Energy multiplication.
Like how electric eels, they make a ton of power, way more than their size should allow.
Exactly. And Uncle Jack, he was trying to apply that to, everything. Electric cars, mainly. He called it a spinning principle that could generate a crazy amount of power. Left behind all these notes, blueprints.
Spinning principle. So like regenerative braking. That's in electric cars now. Captures energy when you brake, puts it back in the battery. Pretty clever.
Could be. Ryan, he dives into all this research. And even though it's super technical, something clicks. He finds plans for a device based on this spinning thing that could power a whole house.
Wow. So Uncle Jack, maybe he was onto something.
Maybe. So Ryan finds his uncle's old buddy, Jason, an engineer. They decide, let's build it. But they wanted it cheap, simple, safe for a family. Something anyone could make, even if the world went sideways.
Smart. Make it accessible, empower people. It's not about fancy tech. It's about knowing how to do it yourself.
And you won't believe this. They actually do it. They built this thing, I'm not kidding, wood, belts, cogwheels, stuff you could find anywhere for like $100.
Wow, seriously, that's incredible, especially now with everything getting so expensive.
Right, imagine no more electric bill.
It's that dream, not being tied to the system, being able to provide for yourself no matter what.
And it gets better. They hook this thing up to Jason's house and boom, it works.
Yeah.
Lights, appliances, the TV, all running off this homemade generator.
No way. That must have been amazing to see. Proof that it actually works, like the ultimate prepper validation.
Ryan was over the moon, raced home, built his own, and for the rest of that winter, they were totally off-grid, like a true prepper family.
That's the goal, right? To be prepared, to have that backup when everything else fails.
And think of the money he saved. Like $190 a month just gone.
That's huge, especially if you're, prepping, stockpiling. Every dollar counts.
At first, his friends and family, they thought he was nuts. But once they saw it working, forget it. Everyone wanted in. That's when he put together his easy DIY power plan.
Makes sense. Share the knowledge, help each other out. That's a big part of the prepper community.
And its guide, it's got everything. Blueprints, step-by-step instructions, even a list of all the materials. Like, even if you've never built anything in your life, you could make this thing.
That's so important. It's not about being some kind of engineer. It's about giving everyone the tools to do it themselves.
And it's not even expensive. He sells it online, $149. But there's a discount, limited time, just $49.
Wow, that's a steal. Less than what he was saving on his electric bill. Smart move, too. That limited time thing creates a sense of urgency.
I know. It all sounds a little too good to be true.
Yeah. I mean, it works for him, but does it work for everyone? That's the question.
We got to be realistic. But Ryan, he seems legit. He offers a 60-day money-back guarantee and lifetime support. He's thought of everything, like what if a part breaks, how to fix it, even where to find spare parts, if things get really bad.
That's good to hear. Shows he's confident in his product. And that he understands the prepper mindset, those practical concerns.
He also says it's super low maintenance. You don't need any special tools or anything. You can even use stuff like vegetable oil as fuel if you have to.
Wow, really? That's amazing. Being able to adapt, use what you have, that's essential for self-sufficiency.
So maybe, just maybe, this is the real deal. A way to save money and to be ready for anything. Take control, protect your family, no matter what happens.
It's a powerful message. For preppers, it's not just about gadgets. It's about that feeling of security, of knowing you can handle whatever comes your way.
It's like teach a man to fish. Right. But here, it's not fish, it's energy. Like, you're not just surviving, you're thriving.
Yeah. Taking control, not waiting for someone to hand it to you, that's a big part of it.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? Like, what if those preppers, maybe they're not so crazy after all?
Well, nobody wants to be caught unprepared, right? We depend so much on, everything. The grid, the stores. What if it all just vanishes?
And that's what Ryan's story shows, He didn't wait for someone to rescue him. He just did it, protected his family.
It's inspiring, in a way. We can do more than we think. Learn new skills, be resourceful.
No, I'm not saying everyone needs to build a power plant in their backyard, but wouldn't it be amazing to have that knowledge, that peace of mind? Like, no matter what happens, you're good.
It's about options, right? Not being trapped.
Yeah.
And that feeling, knowing you can take care of yourself, it's powerful.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with this. What if we all, just a little bit, embraced that self-reliance, learned some skills, had a plan, just in case?
Not about fear. It's about being ready, adaptable, taking care of ourselves and each other.
And hey, maybe we'll surprise ourselves, find out we're more capable than we thought. And who knows, maybe that's how we build a better future, more resilient, more sustainable.
Absolutely. That's the hope, isn't it?